morning again. Third video today. Not bragging about it, it's just a roll. Had my coffee already. It's a beautiful morning. I don't know if you, well, it's tinted so you really can't see, but it's a beautiful morning, guys. Well, then again, every day is beautiful, but I'm going to talk about a topic that is kind of like a bridge from the video that I just recorded, which is about corporate obesity. Now, this is probably one of the worst things I can hear when I step into a prospective client's office, or I go meet them for coffee, or etc. And that phrase is, "This is how we've always done it." If you hear that, run for the mountains. That is a clear indicator that chances are you are about to waste 30 minutes to 2 hours of your time. You are not likely to get any commitment from that individual unless it is followed up with, "We are ready to change." Now, there's so many companies out there that are guilty of "this is how we've always done it." That whole age-old saying, "if it ain't broke, don't fix it," is obsolete right now. Shit is breaking on a daily basis, right? We are living in a world of artificial intelligence, algorithms, machine learning, etc., etc. What is working today will not be working 5 minutes from now, and so on and so forth. Technology is helping us grow very rapidly, but at the same time, things are changing even faster. Let's just take a prime example of, well, I'm 31 years old. I was born in 1987. When I was a kid growing up, I remember every so often, yellow pages and white pages would get dropped off at our door. So you would have a directory of businesses in your area and phone numbers, etc., that were basically brought to your house, and that's what you had. Fast forward, internet, Google. You move your business, you no longer have to wait for that directory to get reprinted. You go on to, let's say, your Google My Business page or any of the directory listings where your business is being promoted, and you could make the changes on the fly. The flexibility that society has as a whole right now is something that will help us grow very fast, but there's always two sides to a coin, right? You could grow really fast, or you could burn really fast. So there's a very specific niche, right? A very specific segment that is crucially guilty of using that term, "this is how we've always done it." And it's the mom and pop businesses of my parents' age. My parents are in their 60s. I love that generation to death because they are collectively an incredibly intelligent, hardworking, and innovative age group, but they are not flexible. They are very, "this is how I've always done it. Why am I going to change it now? Why do I need social media? Why do I need digital marketing? Why do I have to be on XYZ platform?" They are not open to change. And I understand why. I live in South Florida. A lot of our market, right, and when I say our market is our community, is based off of immigrant culture. We have a lot of individuals from everywhere. And these are people who often have fled communist countries to get a fresh start here. And the biggest thing that they are afraid of is the fear of losing everything that they've worked so hard for. But they don't realize that by not changing, they're just putting themselves in a position to lose even more. So it's kind of like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. There's going to be a lot of people that you can help, and there's going to be a lot of people that just don't want to be helped. And if that's what happened, that's natural selection at its best. It's going to take its course. Businesses will go out of business. You know, I made a video earlier of people trying to beat the YouTube algorithm. What for? If you're good, you're good. If you're not, you're not. If you provide value, you do. If you don't, you don't. And that's why you see businesses, you know, opening and closing on a daily basis. And I'm not too big on statistics, but it's alarming. You know, there's a lot of people who come into some sort of money. Maybe they have a settlement, some sort of lawsuit, and they come into a lump sum of money, and then they think that the best thing they can do is start something, you know, start a business that's going to create them money. A lot of them, believe it or not, they go into the restaurant industry, and it's probably one of the most demanding businesses to get into. You literally become part of that restaurant if you are in that industry. And it's just, I mean, you don't really want to get into that, but I don't want to veer too far off from the topic. This kind of just like filler. Companies need to realize that you have to be quick, you have to be limber, you have to foresee certain changes in the marketplace and be open to change. One of the biggest policies that a lot of companies have, which I frown upon heavily, is the fact that they oppose any opinionative thinking. Like, a lot of these big companies have very bright individuals working with them. Yet, when these individuals come in with a fresh perspective and offer them a clear and concise strategy, they hit them back with, listen, this is how we've always done it, and this is how it's going to remain. And remember when I said every business has its life expectancy? It's going to happen. You know, natural selection is going to take its course. Don't get me wrong. There's companies out there that don't innovate at all, and they're still in business. But why do you think Apple does so well? Apple, aside from creating a culture, Apple created a constant evolution of products. Not only does it drive more sales, but it creates more desire, right? The more you change, the more desirable it is. Every time a new iPhone comes out, everyone talks shit about it. Oh, but they just changed the speaker, or they just changed the cover on the camera. And it's something that you really have to realize, that you have to change if you want to stay in business. And saying this is how we've always done it is not what's going to make it happen for you guys. So I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment below. If you have any questions you want me to address, make sure to put it in the comments. And I hope you subscribe, you found value in this video. And if you really did, share it with a friend or family member, and then have them do the same. Thank you.